Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the Random Problem Challenge. Today we're going to be doing another medium problem, so let's get started here. Let's pick a random one, see what we get. Okay, see, we didn't do this one. Okay, so that's the one we're going to be doing. And let's read the problem. Given a non-negative integer num, return true if num can be expressed as the sum of the non-negative integer and its reverse. Okay. So, okay, that's pretty straightforward. So, non-negative integer and its reverse. Okay. I think I have an idea of how to do this. But let's just write this down. Could be wrong for sure, but... So, I don't think there's too much to write down, so we need to get the sum of a non-negative integer and its reverse to see if it can equal num. Okay. And the num is 10 to the 5th max. Okay. Okay, I thought I knew how this would work, but I think what I was thinking to start off would be like a binary search, but unfortunately, I don't think that necessarily works, because let's say we do have some numbers, right? Let's just say we have 63 even, and we try a number like 20, and then we try, so 20 in the reverse would be like 02. So we'd have 22 here, and that would be too small. So then we would try to say, let's increase our number. But then what if we get a number like 29? And the reverse of that would be 92. And that would be too big. So I don't think something just like a straight up binary search works, because the reverse of a number, if it's the same number of digits, can often be bigger than our, like, yeah, if something ends with a 9 or something, it can already be bigger than the number we're looking for. So that doesn't work. So let's think of some other things what we can do. And what does the sum of a number and its reverse look like? That's the real question. So, maybe there is a binary search way to do this, but I'm not seeing it as of now. Let's just go through these examples. 63, it says we can't have that happen. Okay. And we can't really solve this as like some kind of variable thing, right? Like if it's like xyz plus zyx equals some number, I don't think we can do that either, because there's just too many variables there. Okay. So number 181 true, 140 and 41. Okay, so I guess worst case scenario, we can definitely have a... Honestly, I don't know if there's a better solution than just a brute force where we try every number and its reverse. Like maybe we can skip some stuff, but I'm not seeing it. But that would be... What would that be? That would be an end solution? I mean, it wouldn't be that bad, right? It would be so it would be an end solution. So then what we would do, let's just try to code that up and see if we can do better. Yeah, let's just start with that. Because for right now, we don't have any better ideas. So let's just make a reverse function, and I think we did this before, so let's just say we have a helper function called reverse. And how do we want to do this? So we can do it one of two ways. I guess let's just do the optimal reverse. And let's just do that, yeah. So def reverse of number. So res equals 0, while number, let's just say rem or something, equals number mod 10 is how we get the last digit. Yeah. Then we have res. So first we actually have this res equals res times 10. Rem equals number mod 10. So we want that res plus equals rem. And the number divide equals number would be, we want to divide it by 10. Okay, so let's just try that out. Just do reverse. And then we obviously need to return res here. Yeah, I think something like that. So let's just do reverse of 63. And let's return something for, so we don't have an error. So let's just return false. Right. Okay, I think we have an infinite loop. Interesting. Number. Oh, this is not number. This is 10. Okay. So 36. So we did do that right. So let's just do the brute force. So for I in range. Yeah, let's literally just do I in range because we're not saving anything. So sure. So it's going to be num. It's never going to be bigger than num. Yeah. So just do num plus 1, but it's never, shouldn't really be. It could be 0. So 0, huh. Yeah, so for 0 would work, I think, because the reverse of 0 would be 0. All right, let's just. Yeah, I think reverse of 0 would be 0, which would be fine. Okay. Num plus 1 if num if I plus reverse I equals num, return true, return false. So let's just try something like that. Okay, see if that works. We might need something better though, because this is n. It does work, but can we think of something better? That is the question. So we do have a working solution. It is big O of n. Yeah, big O of n. Yeah. Because reverse is just a constant number of operations. Like let's say it's 10 to the 5th, it'll be 5 operations. So this would be like worst case scenario, let's say like 5n. Can we do better than n? Honestly, I'm not seeing a pattern here. Maybe I'm missing something for sure. Okay, so I'll think what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at it for a few more minutes, for maybe 2 more minutes. By the way, I didn't actually see when we started, but I do have the recording up. So we've been doing this for 9 minutes. So let's look at it for another 2 to 3 minutes. You can fast forward if you want, and then we will get a hint maybe. And then if we can't get anything, we'll just say this is optimal solution. So, is there a pattern? I mean, 140, 41, 172, 270. I just don't think so. We can't really do a binary search because, like I said, we can easily, like, if we try bigger than 172 or even like, let's say for this 443 example, let's say our example is like it's the same thing, right? If we're at 161 and then that's like 161 is the reverse, and we're like, okay, that's too small. Well, now if we try 169, the reverse would be 961, which would be too big, and then so that doesn't really work. Like, I don't really see a pattern. All right, so let's try to get some hints and then see if there's a better solution. So there are no hints. Let's see what does feedback do. Okay, that's not what we want. Okay, the constraints are small enough that we can check every number. Okay, so they're saying that this is actually, yeah, right. So this is, so I knew this solution would work. So they're saying this is the optimal solution. Interesting. So let's just write the time and space, and let's see if anyone has a better solution in the results. So maybe I didn't miss anything. I was definitely trying to think of, is there some other thing, but maybe not. Okay, so. And this would be something I'd also encourage you to maybe, if you're doing this kind of thing, if you're following along with me where you do this random problem. So this hint thing is kind of nice because if you get stuck, you know, this hint is kind of like if you have an interview or your interview provides you a hint. So here he says like, okay, the constraints are small that you can check every number, meaning you can have an O and O of n solution. And if you can't code an O and n solution given that hint, then you just can't do this problem at all, right? That's like as much hints as they're going to give you without telling you, the entire thing. By the way, this converting to a string is not ideal, because yeah, it's converting. So you could do this as well. That would be an easier solution where you just convert it to a string, reverse a string, but then you are making like you're using more space. It's not that bad because you're only using a little bit. So technically, I think it's fine actually because you're only using one string and then you're reversing it. I think this. Yeah, I'm not sure which one's faster. I think it's probably about the same. So actually a string definitely does work. String would be bad if you're storing all these numbers because then you'd have to like, or if the number is really big, I think it would be bad. But yeah. Anyway, so this works. Converting to a string and reversing would be the easy solution. So in that case, that would go definitely from like a medium to hard if there was some other way to do it to like a medium easy type question. If you could just take a number, string it up, reverse, and then just check every single number. Anyway, so for time, it's going to be O of n, right? It's a linear solution. Space O of 1, we didn't make anything extra. Okay. So let's look at the submissions and let's see if there's anything better, and then we'll be done. No, submission, oh, sorry, solutions. And I would encourage you to do this as well if there's no editorial. So 0x beats 100%, 47. So let's just look at a Python solution here. Okay, so this looks like it's a reverse. High, low. Oh, this is... Yeah. Not exactly sure what they did here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to read. Let's look at another one. So they are doing the reverse here. Yeah, so they're just checking everything here. Okay, so they do they have an optimized? Not really. It should be about the same here, right? So yeah. So I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna look at maybe one or two more, and if there's anything that's sum of a number of its reverse, little math space time. Adding a number in its reverse, adding 2-digit number in its reverse, adding 3-digit number in its reverse. Okay. Is this faster? Probably could be optimized. I mean, there might be some optimizations, but I think space-time complexity, it might run faster on LeetCode, but I think space-time complexity, there isn't like a better way here. This might just be like slightly faster on how to do the addition of the number of its reverse. So like, yeah, it would still be the same time. It's not going to be like log n or anything. Ooh, n log n. Let's take a look here. N log n 10 though. Okay, so they have. This is literally not n log n 10, I believe. Yeah, this is not n log n 10. I don't know where they got that from. This should be n because this is literally the same code as mine. Okay, so let's just call it here, and we're going to say we did get the optimal solution for this problem. Good to know. So I guess it was a little bit easier than I thought. Also, like I said, or not like I said, but another good thing, if this was an actual interview, is if you can't figure out, you know, like maybe there is something and you can't figure it out, you do definitely want to start with the brute force and then go from there if you can't figure out anything better. Obviously, if you can figure out something better right away, go with that. But if you can't, figuring out the brute force and figuring out, okay, what's the brute force isn't that bad, it's OVN, and this is only 10 to the 5th, so OVN is usually going to work for these. So something to think about. And if you do like these problems, please like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.